Congratulations guys, you just decided to buy a home. But hey, if you're like 99.9% of the people out there, you're now starting to get a little bit confused. You're thinking about things like, how much am I qualified for? What are the next steps? And hey, how much money do I need down? Hi, I'm Nick Thompson, your Norfolk real estate dad. In this video here, I'm going to explain to you exactly the different steps of the buying process. And guys, it's so important to know these and be prepared for them, because when it comes to buying, sometimes it's a short window and you got to be able to act fast. So go through these steps and be prepared. So most people don't know all the steps of buying a home. I like to break it down into 9 specific steps. So follow me and we'll go through them. Step number 1, pick a real estate professional. Guys, the realtor is going to be like the quarterback on your team. And as always, pick the quarterback first. So go out and find a good realtor. Step number 2, find yourself a lender. Now you may be banking with somebody, but they may not give you the best mortgage. And this is where your realtor can come in and introduce you to other lenders to be able to help you out. Step number 3 is get pre-approved. It's very important to get pre-approved so you know how much budget you have and you're ready to act fast when that good deal comes up. So number 4, now that you're pre-approved, that doesn't necessarily mean that's how much you should spend. Now's the time to sit down and determine your wants and needs. And guys, for me, it's tough to decide sometimes what a want or need is. What I always tell my clients, if you walk into a house and it doesn't have something on your needs and you're willing to turn around and leave without seeing the rest of that house, that's a need. If you want to see the rest of the house, that's a want. Step number 5, this is the fun one. Now you get to go shopping for a home. Now you've already got your pre-approval, you know how much you can afford, what you want to do, where you want to buy it, and you got your first steps to your team in place with your realtor and your mortgage lender. Go out there and find a home. That brings me to number 6, submit an offer. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's the first house or 10th house you look at, eventually you're going to find the one you love, you need to put an offer in. Okay, it's so important to have somebody in your corner being able to work you through that legalese and all those documentation, because you know the seller has a top realtor in their corner, so you need somebody fighting for you too. And that's where a good realtor comes in to help you submit your offer. So now to number 7, you've got your offer in and it's been accepted. Now it's time to do your due diligence. Did you know the average person when they walk through a home spends 15 minutes in it? That is not enough time to see everything. Did you check the plumbing? Did you flush every toilet? You probably didn't. That's where a good professional comes in as well. Your realtor will hook you up with a great home inspector. They'll come in and check everything front to back, and they won't be doing it with those glossy covered eyes when they're looking at their perfect home. They're looking at this as a job and it's what they do. Let them do their job. So now you're into number 8. You've been pre-approved before, but now you're going to get your final approval for your mortgage. Most banks are going to want you to do an appraisal on the home. That's just for them to feel safe lending you the money knowing that that home is worth what you're paying for it. It's not a big deal. Your realtor will help you get through that again, and that's going to wrap up all your financing, and now you've got yourself a firm offer. Now the final on the list, number 9, that's closing. That means you're getting the keys. But before you do, there's a few things you got to wrap in there. Okay, you've now got all your financing done. You're going to have to change over all the utilities to your name. You're going to do a final walkthrough. The realtor is going to be there to help make sure that everything's in place for you. And then you're going to sign a bunch of documentation with the lawyer, some with the bank, back and forth. Again, your quarterback will be helping you through it all. And then you finally get those keys in your hand. Now, while that may not sound like a ton, there is a tremendous amount to know on each of those steps. A lot of things to learn along the way. That's why I've created my buyer education series, to make sure you're the best educated buyer no matter what step you're in. So just remember though, step number 1 is to find that great realtor. There are great realtors all over this country. You just need to find them. And hey, great realtors know other great realtors. So drop me a line and I'll be able to introduce you to the right man or woman in your area to make sure you get all the way from step 1 down to the closing table. And hey, if you are in Norfolk County, just remember, I'm Nick Thompson, your Norfolk real estate dad. And don't forget, Dad knows best.